Hello everybody, it's Ken Faulkner. Got another knife video for you. Got me some new scales. This is at Blade Show. I was shopping around, probably third day, maybe. You know, you go first day, you got like schedule and you got things that you specifically want to pick up. And then second day, you're kind of cruising around, maybe looking at some of those places that you particularly wanted to check out, but maybe you weren't expecting to necessarily buy a knife. Maybe you just wanted to see what they got, see what these things feel like in hand, because you've been seeing it on TV or your phone, and you want to see what it actually feels like. The third day, you're just kind of roaming around and just looking for things that maybe you haven't seen yet. And this is one of those things. I really, you walk by and things catch your eye. And this booth was there. There's a gentleman there, young man, and he had all these cool scales. Chroma Scales is the name of the company, and they are 3D printing these things, and that's pretty cool. You've heard about NAFs. I think it's the Lander that they have the open format where you can, and they had scales for the Lander, and he said, "Oh yeah, that's really easy because all you have to do is just take their CAD work and put it into a 3D printer." This guy actually was an engineer, and so I'm relating to him on that level because I do engineering work. But he was working for one of the printer companies. Forget which one it was. It's maybe Epson or something fairly well known. And he had worked on 3D printers, actually developing 3D printers. So he was kind of, that gave him a little bit of, I'd say a little bit more, gravitas. I don't know what the word is. Anyhow, so he has some cool stuff, a lot of colorful stuff. I mean, you can see here with their sticker and their card. It's more colorful. It's made in the USA, so that's cool. There's a QR code if you want to scan that to check out the website. Anyway, yeah, they were doing all this stuff. It says it's manufactured in Chicago, Illinois. The guy was really nice, and he was just telling me about what he does, and he was very enthusiastic about it. I think it's a great idea. It's a little more colorful than mostly what I like to put on my knives, but he had these scales for the Rat 2, and I don't think I've ever seen scales on the secondary market for the Rat 2 before. I'm not saying that they're not out there, but I just haven't noticed them before, and I hadn't really thought about changing out the scales on my Rat 2. And you can see that these are definitely a little more subdued, less colorful. They have all kinds of different things, and you can kind of see what this looks like, probably. And maybe if you look at this little bead that he gave with me, gave to me with it. I didn't throw it around. The little U.S. flag. It's like the Apollo lunar lander. Anyhow, this is actually what he told me. I can't confirm or deny, but I don't have any reason to believe it's not true, especially in today's world. I'm sure all this stuff is available. He said this was actually from part of the moon, part of the surface of the moon. It was developed, the 3D printing was actually developed based on some kind of data coming back from pictures of the moon. So, there's no reason to doubt it. I can't confirm it, but I think it's a cool story, and it's probably true. I mean, he didn't seem like he was stuttering when he was telling me that. Anyway, that's the Rat 2. I mean, this is just a basic knife, and what it came with originally were these scales here, and it just is as plain and simple and basic, and really just a hard-working knife, as you can expect. And it said, hey, why not give it a little bit of flair? I mean, it's an inexpensive knife. This is the R2D2 one. I've mentioned that before because it's D2 steel and it's the Rat 2 in D2. I guess they used to do them in some other material, and this was an upgrade. Maybe this one is that material. Let's see what we got. This is the Rat 1, the big brother. And it looks like the steel on this one, it says Taiwan. but I don't see what the steel is on it. But anyway, regardless, I mean, these are just well-known knives, and they're definitely knives that a lot of collectors have. A lot of people use them as comparison knives because of the fact that they are so well, so very many people own them. Here's another knife to compare to it is the Penguin. So if you don't have one of these, maybe you have one of those. But it's that kind of size knife. I find it good to have when I'm going out on field service trips at my work, and I need a knife, and then I'm going in an area that has the sub 3-inch requirement because it fits just barely into that. And now it's got a little cool scale to it. Otherwise, I kind of forget that they're here. Both these knives don't get much pocket time, but maybe, just maybe, the Rat 2, now that it's been kind of upgraded and it's got kind of that cool story, I could definitely show this off at work to people and have something to say. You know how I love a good story. I love to tell them, and I love to hear them. And that's a big part of what happens at Blade Show for me, going around to all these people that make different things and talking about their company, you know, because I'm a man that works at a business, and I know what it takes to make stuff here in America. We design, and then we do fabrication as well. So, I mean, this is something that I like to hear the stories about how these people are starting up these businesses. I think it's just great stuff. I love the story. So, anyway, thought I'd bring you that little video. Just put those on today. I don't know what I'm going to do with this little bead, but yeah, maybe I'll find something to do with it. Chroma Scales, check them out. They got other different types of knives. 3D printing makes it inexpensive. $21 for these scales. You know, that's great. I don't know. The material is more of a plasticky material, but still feels good. I like it. I mean, he was saying that it's a pretty good, strong, durable material. So we'll see over time how it works. But there it is, the Rat 2 in D2 with some moon scales on it. I guess there's like a whole space theme here. Anyway, I will see you guys and talk to you on the next one. Bye.